You seem a decent fellow. I hate to kill you.
You seem a decent fellow. I hate to die.
Begin.
You know, it's a bit daunting because it's just described as the greatest sword fight in modern times. Okay. One of the things Rob Reiner said to Mandy and myself,
every single frame of actual sword fighting is done by Carrie and Mandy.
I don't want stunt guys or stand-ins or doubles. I want you guys. And Mandy was like, yeah, sure, great, you know. So I was standing next to him and going, yeah, fine, sure, it sounds great.
Oh, that wasn't supposed to go.
This is easily one of the most iconic sword fights ever filmed.
Who are you?
No one of consequence.
I must know.
Get used to disappointment.
Okay?
It's iconic for its tonal wit, character-first writing,
You are wonderful.
Thank you. I've worked hard to become so.
and real swordsmanship from the actors, giving us a duel that's as entertaining as it is masterfully crafted.
I admit it, you are better than I am.
Then why are you smiling?
Because I know something you don't know.
And what is that?
I am not left-handed.
Of course, it takes two to sword fight ambidextrously,
There's something I ought to tell you.
Tell me. I'm not left-handed either.
and for actors who are new to swordplay,
Neither Carrie nor Mandy had any experience sword fighting.
that meant months of preparation. Well, less for Carrie.
So you've had no fencing training at all, right? And Mandy and I went, not really, no, none. Turns out Mandy had been training for 3 months here in upstate New York.
My job was to become the world's greatest sword fighter, and that's what I needed to do 24/7.
You've done nothing but study swordplay.
More pursue it than a study lately.
And I showed up for the first day rehearsal, and he's already like, and I went, oh, that's so Montoya, you know, to like, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, and you know. And of course, I had to catch up with him.
But even with Mandy's head start, both actors were still learning the ropes, and the big question was whether they could pull off fighting with two hands. To make it work, they turned to Olympic fencer Bob Anderson and swordmaster Peter Diamond, who said,
We don't think we have enough time to make you proficient right-handed. Forget left-handed. So we've asked the producers to move the sword fight sequence to the very end of the film, and we've got a lot of work ahead of us.
what began as a 1-month, 8-hour-a-day boot camp became 4 months of continued on-set work, where
We trained every day, even while we were shooting, between takes. Bob or Peter were off camera with a whole bunch of swords, and the minute that Rob yelled cut, they would grab us, we'd go and train some more, and then the AD would come over and say, actually, we need you now. The makeup would be like, really great.
with Bob and Peter's help, Carrie and Mandy got up to speed,
I do not suppose you could have sped things up.
but too up to speed. They sped up so much that a 3-minute fight collapsed into one, prompting the director to say,
That's it? And we said, what do you mean that's it? I mean, we've been working on this for months, you know? He goes, guys, I built this beautiful set for you. I mean, look at it.
The cliffs of insanity!
I mean, then you're here and you're going to be in here for a minute. We need longer than that.
So it was back to the drawing board to add 2 more minutes. To do so, they revisited the great sword fights of film history, treating them as benchmarks to exceed.
We looked at scenes of sword fights, and we find the most difficult parts, and we turn to Peter and go, can we do that?
From there, they expanded the choreography with added flourishes and acrobatic detail until
And we got it in the end, I think. You know, it was exciting.
it took more time and practice than expected, but it paid off. The scene works as well as it does because of the cast's sincere commitment to the swordplay. In fact, this sincerity runs through the entire film. The Princess Bride's obvious affection and respect for the movies it parodies are what make it so endearing. Even at its most romantic and theatrical, it never forgets its heart.
Think about it, that's what every single frame of the movie is. That's what every single character's wish is. They're all fighting for their version of true love. True love, you heard him? You could not ask for a more noble cause than that.
Finally, we get this duel between 2 honorable opponents, each motivated by love. They fight for revenge, for romance, and for the sheer joy of testing themselves against another master. From script to screen, it remains one of the greatest.